Coming up on UT 10 News, a look at the impact recent acts of terror have had on the university.
And we'll also follow the holiday prices at the pump.
Plus, our own Courtney Shaw has a preview of Friday's must-win Rocket football game against Western Michigan. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Devan Lutz.
And I'm Matt Sutter.
The world has been shocked by a series of terror attacks over the last 2 weeks.
Reporter Eric Burden looked into how the UT community is reacting. Eric, do you feel UT students that feel that there's a threat present on campus?
Matt, the impact of the attacks are being felt and interpreted many different ways here at UT. The bombings in France and multiple surrounding countries are still fresh in the minds of many Americans. Some feel a similar attack could soon take place on U.S. soil. On the UT campus, multiple talks have been led by UT's Chair of Islamic Studies, Ovamir Anjum, to educate students about the events unfolding in the Middle East and how the U.S. can respond to them. Professor Anjum gave a lecture about the origins of the militant group ISIS at the meeting of the Muslim Student Association last Tuesday. Students weighed in on the importance of being educated on the complex topic and agreed a well-informed dialogue needed to be started.
When you hear just numbers, when you hear statistics, when you see reports and things like this, it's very easy to isolate yourself. How are we in America supposed to affect change in these places? That is what we are supposed to be focusing on.
For now, the mark ISIS leaves on American students is a psychological one. UT Chief of Police Jeff Newton stated that law enforcement is staying vigilant, but there is not currently any intelligence of a physical threat to the Toledo area.
We sit on the Joint Terrorism Task Force in the Metro Toledo area, and we're very plugged in with the FBI and kind of like intelligence, local intelligence in the area.
Chief Newton says there are no plans to change the security level on campus. Live from the newsroom, I'm Eric Burden with UT 10 News.
Thanks, Eric. Local Muslim students are feeling the impact of terrorism committed in the name of Islam. Reporter Morgan McCullough examines how Muslim students are feeling after the ISIS attacks.
Following the recent terrorist attacks in Paris, Muslim students on campus want people to know that ISIS is not Islamic. A University of Toledo professor of Islamic Studies, Dr. Ovamir Aman, addressed issues like this in a talk he gave earlier in the week. Aman says that ISIS is Saddam Hussein's reaction out of his grave for revenge, and that we should not play into the hands of the terrorist. Muslim students on campus are feeling especially uncomfortable since the attacks, and believe ISIS is giving their religion a bad reputation.
Muslim students are almost always, they feel they're under siege, they're always being judged, and especially Muslim girls who wear headscarf.
President of the Muslim Student Association says that some Muslim students on campus could feel attacked and scared and could want to go away from their religion due to all the backlash they are receiving.
Really am getting tired of constantly having to feel like I have to condemn every attack. I have to talk about this everywhere I go because it's like almost like it's our fault and we have to make up for it, even though we had no action inside of it. So
Muslim students and faculty hope to promote a deeper understanding of their Islamic religion on campus and in the greater Toledo. According to CAIR, 4 out of 10 Americans have a negative view on Islam. I'm Morgan McCullough for your UT 10 News.
The UT community had a chance to experience food and performances from around the world without ever leaving Toledo. Student organizations created an international village last Wednesday, serving up food and entertainment. Guests could have their hands decorated with henna tattoos and watch dances like the tango. Students were invited to dance together on stage as one whole community.
And we're showing ISIS that we're just coming closer together. People from all over the world, including Americans, holding hands, trading food and trading stories.
About 100 students attended.
As the semester comes to a close, students graduating in December prepare to join the workforce.
Reporter Mark Woower looked into how the university is helping seniors prepare for work.
With graduation around the corner, UT seniors are preparing themselves for the workforce. Many jobs have opened up due to the recovering economy. The University of Toledo's Career Service Center will help students get ready for work.
We work with the students individually on constructing their resumes and cover letters, so making sure that they are prepared for their job market.
Seniors graduating in the spring should schedule a meeting with their advisors to see what classes they should take next. Students should always dress professionally when applying for work as they get ready for the last few weeks of school. Seniors graduating in December are excited for what is to come once they receive their degrees.
I'm pretty stoked. I think it's fair to say. I mean, I've always hated homework. It's just the way I am. I am looking forward to leaving work at the end of the day and hopefully not having to take anything home with me.
The Career Service Center is located near Starbucks in the Student Union, and you can check out this bulletin board for any internships or jobs available on campus or off. I'm Mark Ward for UT10 News.
This holiday season marks the 30th anniversary of the Lights Before Christmas at the Toledo Zoo. More than 1 million lights create a winter wonderland, and 200 animals are illuminated in silhouette. Energetic visitors can take turns on the ice slide and then warm up inside Winter Village. For many, the zoo lights have become a holiday tradition.
Going to Lights Before Christmas is fun. Definitely gets you ready for the holidays and lets in the Christmas spirit.
Other events are scheduled throughout the winter. For more information, visit the zoo's website. The lights display will continue through January 3rd. Gas is the cheapest it has been in years, just in time for the holidays. AAA predicts for the first time since 2009 the national average for a gallon of regular gasoline will drop below $2. Experts say that Toledo area is a prime spot for cheap prices.
Toledo has a very competitive retail market, and that's the main thing that drives it. And so the chains are very competitive with each other, and they'll undercut each other by a penny a gallon just to get somebody to come into their place.
Economists forecast 46.9 million people will travel from November 25th through November 29th.
I'm Courtney Shaw, and this is your UT10 Sports Report. The men's and women's basketball team were on the road as the football team spent the weekend preparing to host Western Michigan in their final home game this coming Friday. But we'll start in Chicago, where the men's basketball team played a tough game at Loyola on Saturday. The Rockets outscored the Ramblers in the first half with a score of 39-24 as they held them to 33% shooting from the field. John Williams scored 11 points for the Rockets in the first, including being 3 for 3 from downtown. Unfortunately, UT could not continue their dominance in the second half when Loyola picked it up offensively. The Rockets blew a 15-point halftime lead to allow the Ramblers to steal the game, despite Nathan Booth posting his first double-double of the season. On Sunday, the women's team played Harvard at the University of Rhode Island Tip-Off Classic. The Rockets were up by 3 going into the half, leading the Crimson 35-32 as Jada Woody had 9 points and 4 rebounds. UT got into foul trouble in the second half. Harvard took advantage of their free throw opportunities, shooting 10 for 12 in the half. The Rockets could not keep up and would be eliminated from the tournament. The women's next game will be on the road at St. Bonaventure next Sunday. Last Tuesday, the Rocket football team traveled 26 miles down south to face the Bowling Green State Falcons in the Battle of I-75. UT came out on a mission to beat their rival as they dominated from the start. The Rockets had 24 points off of 5 Falcon turnovers, which was a season high. Junior running back Kareem Hunt had 2 touchdowns on 153 yards rushing. UT beat BGSU for the 6th straight year with a score of 44-28. This win pushed the Rockets back into the top 25. On Friday, UT will play Western Michigan in a must-win game to make it to the MAC championship. In addition to a Rocket victory, the Ohio Bobcats must beat the Northern Illinois Huskies for UT to make it to Detroit for the MAC title game. Rocket head coach Matt Campbell says the season may be winding down, but it's not over yet.
I've said this a million times, that college football season's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And, we're getting down to the tail end here of, finishing that race, and I think it's all about how you finish.
This will be the final home game of the season and senior day for the Rockets.
Thanks, Courtney.
Yeah, I think this will definitely be the first time that we actually, as students, care about an OU-NIU football game.
Definitely. I'll be wearing green tonight because I want OU to win.
Oh, definitely. NIU to lose, that'd be awesome.
Well, that's it for UT10 News. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all UT10 reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And remember, you can watch the live stream of our newscast production every Tuesday morning at 10:30 on our YouTube channel. For Matt Sutter, Courtney Shaw, and all of our crew, I'm Devan Lutz. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving break and stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.